Is it going? Yes. Okay, hi! I've been meaning to do a little yoga instructional video for a really long time now, so I'm just gonna do it. I've promised all my friends that I would do this for them, so this is for you guys and anyone else who wants to do an at-home yoga stretching exercise. It's great. So it takes about 15 to 20 minutes when I don't have that much time, which is good because then I get to do all of my favorite poses all in one. So let's just do it. And I don't even have a yoga mat with me right now, so I'm using a towel. So feel free to use whatever surface you like, but I suggest a yoga mat. And we can start off with a little stretch. So let's just meet in a seated position with our feet together and our knees on either side of us. And we're gonna inhale by lengthening and exhaling and stretching forward. So make sure the back is nice and straight rather than hunching forward. It's always good to just lengthen, even if this is as far as you go. It's much better. So I could sit here for as long as possible, but take your time, and then let's meet in with our right leg out to the side. So same position with your left leg, just lengthen your right. So, of course, I only have 10% battery. Okay, so lengthen up with your left arm over to the side. Inhaling and exhaling with every pose and every stretch. Then let's do the left side. Taking your time. And then we meet both of our feet together, straight ahead, lifting up and over. And if you don't touch your toes, it's totally fine. If you want to keep your legs bent too, because you can't stretch all the way, that's totally fine, and it'll take time to get there. So yeah, once you do that, let's just meet on our hands and knees. Our hands are going to be directly under our shoulders, and our knees are directly under our hips. And we're going to wake up the spine a little bit, wake up our body. This is called undulation, which basically just means moving your hips around and your body in weird ways. So let's now arch your backs and lift up, doing a nice cow stretch. Inhaling and then exhaling, rounding the spine into cat pose. Do that a couple times. Inhale and exhale. And now let's plant our feet. This is perfect because you can see me in this mirror. This was totally planned that way. Let's plant our feet down on the ground and then lift our hips up to the sky to a downward facing dog. Take a nice big inhale and exhale, lifting our hips up. And our heels don't have to be on the ground. My heels aren't on the ground. Just keep your hips up and your back straight. Lifting our right leg up and planting it in between our hands. This is a low lunge. Lifting the hands up, keeping our weight distributed in the middle of our legs. And our hips straight forward. This is a crescent lunge, so arms up. Inhale into warrior two. So we're going to plant our foot down, our heel down into a 90-degree angle with our arms stretched out on either side, looking straight ahead. Taking a nice deep bend into our right leg. Feeling the legs really working here. Inhaling and exhaling into a reverse warrior. So if you can't really see me, let me move this way into a reverse warrior. Really bending this leg, deep stretch backwards, feeling a nice stretch on the lateral side of your body. And now here, this is an extended side angle. So kind of just windmill your hands over to the side. Now it's a nice straight line from your fingertips to your toes. Feel a nice stretch like that. Cool, and from there, so this is an extended side angle, right? From there, let's go back to warrior two. back to crescent lunge. So move your hips forward, and let's plant our hands on either side of our foot. Plank pose, little mini push-up, okay? Mini push-up, and then upward facing dog. This is called chaturanga, this little transition. So looking up, inhale, and then back to downward dog. Exhale. Now let's do the left side. So we're going to lift the left leg up in between both hands. Inhaling. Ready? Lost my balance. Inhaling to crescent lunge. Exhaling, warrior two. And reverse warrior. Extended side angle. Back to warrior two. Remember to always breathe in between every single pose. And exhale to a crescent lunge again. Placing the hands on either side of the foot. Back to a plank pose. Mini push-up, upward facing dog. And lifting the hips up to downward facing dog. Let's meet in a child's pose. So it's really hard to do yoga and talk at the same time. So whenever you're tired, just meet in a child's pose. This is a nice, relaxing, resting pose. So once you're good, let's meet back into downward facing dog. And now we're going to do a good hip opening stretch, which is one of my favorite things. So we're going to lift the right leg up once again. And now place the shin parallel to the front of your mat, as parallel as possible. This is nowhere near it. That would be better, but it's not very comfortable for me yet because I'm not at that level. So wherever's comfortable. If you even need to put something underneath your knee, that helps too. So let's lift up and stretch forward. Whew. Taking nice, big, deep breaths. This is really good for opening up the hips and letting it all go. A lot of emotions are stored in our hips, so doing this pose releases a lot of them. So let that shit go. And when you're ready, let's go back up. And then let's flip our left leg around our right knee. So we're in a little twist here. And we're gonna lift our, I always forget, I think it's right arm around to the left side. Yeah, that's right. So lift your right arm up and bring it around, hand on heart, looking behind you. And immediately I feel my back crack, and it feels really good. So you look back, lifting up and around. I like to do a little chaturanga in between so we can meet in a plank again. Upward facing dog, or just let's meet in downward facing dog if you don't want to do that. That's totally fine. Now let's do the other side. So we lift the left leg up, parallel to the front of the mat. Up, inhale and exhale. Forward fold. Staying here as long as you like. And lifting back up whenever you're ready. And now let's flip our right leg around our left knee and our left arm up and twisting to the back. Lengthening the spine as well, because we're not going to be like hunched over like that. That's no good. So always remember to lengthen your spine. Now we can either meet in downward dog again or quick little chaturanga before. So upward facing dog and down. Okay, so that was a really good little flow. It's already been like 10 minutes. So let's meet in downward dog again. Lifting the heels up and taking a little hop or step to the front of the mat by your feet. So here we're in a forward fold, right? We're gonna lift up by placing our hands on the shins, and this is a halfway lift. Back down to forward fold. Now all the way up. Meeting at the front of our mat, hands to heart. All right, like I feel so much better after that. And I guarantee you over time you'll feel all the benefits. So let's now meet back down to the mat and do a little more back bends and finish off our morning or evening routine. Okay, so let's go back to the mat. And now this is another really good stretch. I don't know the best angle to do this, so let's just have, let's do it like this. So meet down like this, and let's lift our right knee into our chest. Sorry, this is like a really bad angle. Then opening up to the right and twisting over to the left. Another awesome back stretch. Inhale and exhale. Meet back to middle. Doing it again to the chest. Opening up to the side before twisting. Oh my god, did you hear that? My back just cracked in a million places. Okay, so looking over to our left as our knee is over to our right. Back to center. And I'm going to twist around because it's probably better. So stay where you are on your backs and meet your feet to your sit bones. Okay, you can see. And that is where we are going to do a little bridge pose. So our hands are going to be, I don't know if you can see yet. Our hands are going to be by our shoulders like this, and our feet are by our sit bones, and we lift our hips up like this. Well, let's just start just lifting our hips. And this is what is called a bridge pose. Cool. When you're ready, go back down, and we're going to try to do a full wheel if you can. If not, just do another bridge. But if you can, put your hands by your shoulders again and lift your hips up into a full wheel. This feels awesome. Looking in between your hands, lifting your hips up, and ever so slowly move back down, even slower than when you went up. First your head, and then your hips, and the rest of your body is back down. Sweet. And now, once you do such an extreme bend, you want to do the complete opposite. So grab your knees and do a little, curl into a little ball. So you do the reverse. And now you can chill here into what's usually called, Savasana. Savasana is corpse pose, so you can just lay there and feel so good. And that is an awesome little warm-up and beginning to your yoga practice. So namaste, and I love you guys, and I hope that this helps, and have an amazing day. Yay!